This is Don Kryptonium, and in this video I put my final thoughts on the Juno Prop 16. As this is my own opinion, don't take this personally. What's important for me, I like Juno Network, and how I'm thinking about this is what is the best for the Juno to succeed in the future, and what would be the best outcome for the community. And I think the same way as I think many other people who are involved in the Juno. What is the best for Juno? The same question ask himself the Wolf Contract, Jack Zampolin, other members of the Core 1, other members of the Core 2, many other validators involved in the Juno think the same way. What is the best for Juno? And the way I voted on Proposal 16 was decided based upon few years from now, I don't want to have the shit aftertaste in my mouth of the Proposal 16. So going back to the start, a few days ago, the Proposal 16 was introduced, and initially, seems everyone was on the same page. It was sold to us that the whale is bad entity. The person, the company behind the whale is the bad entity. The stake dropped was gamed, regardless intentionally or not intentionally, it doesn't matter. The whale is bad, and the way it was sold, it was said, the whale is bad, I know it, but I haven't confirmed it yet. So trust me that the whale is bad, despite not confirming it, and I want you to believe me because I have the proofs, but I'm not really willing to show you the proofs. And I bought this rhetoric. I thought, oh wow, there must be the proof. But the really beautiful things that happened in this last few days, which is amazing, and I don't believe it could happen in any different blockchain, because that was really impressive. That statement, that proposal, probably because it was so fragile at the design, caused the huge spark of discussion. And it was truly amazing. I had discussion started with the Jacob Gadikan from the Notional. Later on, many other validators shared opinions. That was Polkachu, that was Needlecast, that was Crypto Crew validators, Lavender 5. This proposal made the Joe did extensive research if the stake drop was really gamed, and he did tremendous work proving that this was actually not gamed. So this was amazing that the community of different people coming from the different backgrounds had this massive discussion on the blogs. The blogs were written, huge discussions on the Twitter, exchanging the private messages that with people I don't know, having great discussion with the Frey from Needlecast, who's behind the name service, and it was really amazing discussion. It probably shaped partially whole discussion, and it was really amazing to see. Like the fact that the Juno indeed has most engaged community, and the turnout on this proposal was over 90%, which is something undoable. Like, the country I am from, when we choose our president, it's stupid comparison, but the turnout is like 55% up to 60%. Of course, it would be easier if we could vote with one click on the blockchain, which maybe one day will happen, but over 90%, right? It's huge. It's amazing. Like, there is no, like, whatever you can say, like, whether you agree with me or not, Ethereum, Solana, whatever, no other community that is that engaged, which could be a little bit culty. But based on the discussions that was presented, I decided to vote no with veto, because I think this proposal was rushed, and we got a lot of informations that came out after this. And I don't mean to attack anyone, because I have huge respect to Wolf Contract by his for his work, and I think the reason why Juno is successful is hugely thanks to work of Core1, and that would greatly include Wolf Contract, probably maybe the largest contributor. I don't know. Probably he thinks Juno is his child, but he was missing in the conversation. I think he did not really want to exchange the ideas with people. He did come back on the Twitter, but I don't feel he's part of the conversation here. Many people would maybe disagree. So I believe that we as Juno community can do probably better, and him as the unofficial leader, let's call it this way, could do also better and be more transparent. There was some video leaking out with the conversations between him and Takumi. What's the guy behind this actually whale? They were not friends. Like, they only talk about the things that the blockchain things, mainly the Juno. They knew each other before Juno. The Wolf had information who it is from the start. He had the same information during Proposal 4 as he had during Proposal 16, it would seem. So this is why I think it was sold the wrong way. I don't pretend they were actually they were not. They were friendly in the chat. The whale seems to be respectful. And I feel the whale even did try to support the network fully from what we got from the conversations. And he did what the Wolf Contract wanted him to do, which is understandable. The validators talk between each other, the creators talk between each other, and they influence each other. So nothing is wrong here, right? But at the end of the conversation, the whale did leave long message for what did not get response. I think it could be discussed further and done something more. We got the message from the Wolf Contract. So we know, was I in contact with Takumi from CCN? CCN is the organization behind the whale. Why? Because SG1 is in contact with dozens of validators that secure Cosmos Hub. Completely understandable. Would I ever make backdoor deals with CCN like discuss stake drop details? Absolutely fucking not. And I believe he would never do it. The Wolf really does want to do what's best for the Juno network. The same way I do. Was CCN the enemy? No, but when we found out that they bypassed the stake drop rules, all centralized exchanges were excluded. It seemed to me the best way to handle this situation would be to respond to the DMs in constructive manner and prevent further damage to Juno. This talk via DMs ended a few weeks ago when I was looking for a way to build OTC tooling to prevent from repeatedly fat fingering 300k per day on the community. So he actually looked for the solution here to secure the network, and the whale refused. But maybe there was a space for continuing the conversation, right? And I think the behavior could have been better, right? So, and Wolf said he doesn't feel he did anything wrong. I'm not gonna judge that. I'm just a person. I think it could have been more transparent and done better. But I, you know, the fact that someone does a lot of great things for the Juno network and then does something maybe bad, you know, it's great because some people would say, hey, this person did more good than bad. But it doesn't exclude the fact that there was also bad. And probably the person do way more good than bad, but the bad is still done. We can do better. I love the discussions that we had, looking forward in the future. And I hope we will not have that shit aftertaste in our mouth, not months, for months or years to follow. Till the next time, Don Kryptoniums out.